Hello guys, and welcome to my three-part used motorcycle checklist series. It's going to be a three-part series, so I'm just going to cover the general stuff you want to cover when you're walking up to the bike that you've chosen. Starting from general stuff, going into checking the front of the motorcycle and the back of the motorcycle. We'll cover the other front and back and other two short movies. So in general, just look around, take a 360 look at your motorcycle, or to be a motorcycle, look for any scratches, dings. If a motorcycle has been down, it's likely that the tank may be have a ding in it, or somebody opened their door in the truck and it might get dinged. You might want to ask the owner, why is it dinged or scratched so much? Look at the engine covers. If there's any ones that are that are more accessible to gravel or to road rash, check them if they're scratched. There is a little more like a shoe scratch here. It's a regular wear and tear from your shoe being up too high and whatnot. There are some scratches here. Also, what you would probably know is that if the bike went down at a higher speed, they're going to be long scratches, and usually fairly deep. This is just cosmetic. It just went down at about 5 kilometers an hour, maybe like 2 miles, give or take. That also caused this little part here to get knocked in. Yeah, I know I removed the flash mounts because I didn't like them for these ones, and it's probably why this is cracked. But overall, just look around, check the signals when you turn the ignition to on. Check the signals right and left. So there you go, it's flashing. Front one is flashing as well. Check left, this one's flashing, and the rear one's flashing as well. Now keep in mind, that some motorcycle will have the rear fender eliminator kit. Some of them are not DOT approved, and you might get a fine for that if there's a cop that doesn't like aftermarket products that gotta put you at a bigger risk or put the public in a bigger risk, whatever. Low beams, that will not, yeah, that's not gonna go until I turn the bike on, or well, no, it's on. High beams, okay, cool, that works. Brakes, you just gotta have your trusty friend check if they can see the backlights. Mine light up very nice and bright. So rattles, see if all the panels are nice and snug. If they're rattling all over the place, that might not be a good sign. You might just be missing a screw. That happens. Yeah, missing screws. Your displays when you start the bike. Come on, Tuts. It's kind of cold right now, that's why it's so glitchy a little bit. When you start it up, check your speedo. Obviously you're gonna check that when you're already taking the bike for a drive. That's your tach. See if it's working well, your heat gauge and your trip and so on. You want to check if your heat gauge works, because you don't want to accidentally overheat your engine. That might cause some really nasty damages. Mirrors, see if they're scratched. Mine are very nice and unscratched. Check if there is a lot of play here. Obviously they're gonna have a little bit of play. Those are original. Yes, one's a little bit scuffed. Now speedo, tach, got that. Generally bikes will keep their color very well. If the bike has been outside longer than a guy's barbecue, you might want to worry, because they're looking at prolonged it might just be in a rain a lot. You don't know if you put a cover on it over the winter, that snow cracking also will mean that it's been in a sauna, it just dried up and started cracking. I have two marks right here, which is from a previous owner. He had a bag or a case mounted on here because he was touring a lot. So that's the marks. I added a few scuff marks right around here and here because I have a soft bag on a tail. That is just use. You know, some of the stuff will get used up and it breaks. And aftermarket stuff, see if there is a new can on it. Make sure that if it's a carbureted bike, if it's been jetted properly. Some might have a problem with it if it wasn't, but once you ride it, you'll know if it was jetted or not. It'll be terrible. Same thing goes for upgraded air filter. If it's regular one, fine. If it's an upgraded one, they might require jetting or adjustments. If not, perfect. This one has a Canon air filter and a Devil Performance exhaust. It's been professionally jetted and adjusted for that. So this is the end of the first of 3 series. I'll see you in the remaining 2. Ciao. Ciao? I mean...